Bruce Branch III might be BYU's next superstar. The five-star wing reclassified into the 2026 class before committing to Kevin Young. He brings elite two-way potential and NBA upside to Provo. So what makes Branch one of the most complete wings in America? Let's break down the film. First, I want to look at an underrated part of Branch's game, and it's the playmaking. Here he's going to handle the ball in transition, and he just spots Davian Adkins driving to the rim. And he really takes advantage in this game. It's going to show in the next clip as well. The fact that Marcus Spears is not a true big, because Marcus Spears leaves Davian Adkins on both of these lob attempts. Again, here you're going to see some nice handles. I think that's a really big part of his game for how big he is. Again, Marcus Spears loses Davian Adkins, and that's a pinpoint lob. A part I love of Bruce Branch's game, he's just so versatile. The three-point shot is good as well, and he definitely has the potential to be one of the best three-point shooters at his size. The only criticism of the three-point shot I would have is that he hasn't shown much self-creation with it, but he can definitely shoot off the catch. Here, Taylor Kinney makes the pass, and that goes down. I definitely would like to see him more self-creation and maybe in a number one ball-handling role at BYU. I know Robert Wright just got 100 points though, so he's probably going to be taking that role. The inside game is also very strong. Now I'm going to see him at the corner. He makes a beautiful cut here. Spears loses him again, and that is a powerful dunk. I think if he doesn't go that with much power, Bruce Branch might have Marcus Spears might have a chance of blocking that. This is a really nice play here. He doesn't take the three, attacks the closeout from Dakari Spear, and he just notices the paint is too full, so he goes for a floater instead. And that is a really nice floater over Marcus Spears' outstretched arm. He's a superb athlete. You're going to see another dunk here. This is a beautiful cut. Marcus Spears, pretty terrible defensive game here, but he goes for the screen, he just completely slips it, and he finds himself open in the paint. Big culmination of skills here. You can see some nice handles, then some nice burst, and then just the ability, just layup making here, because you shouldn't be scoring from this position. He's being fouled, and he just gets it to go for the and one. What I want to see from Bruce Branch more on offense is like any lengthy player, because he does have a long wingspan, is the mid-range game. I think the mid-range game can be a huge thing for any lengthy player. We're talking AJ DeManster, Kevin Durant, those kind of players. I don't think Bruce Branch has that level of length, but here, this is a lovely play against a poor defender in Jason Crow, and that's easy. Branch's biggest weakness overall is just his frame. He just needs to fill it out, and I think a year in college, 2 years in college could definitely do that. But an NBA prospect shouldn't be failing this mismatch. He has got a complete mismatch here, and he just isn't strong enough to make it work. They don't even bring too much help, Southeastern Prep, and Branch he can't back him down, and he ends up settling for a pretty terrible look, and of course it doesn't go down. Branch is a fairly decent rebounder. I don't think it's anything special, but it's definitely not a weakness. That is an impressive rebound though, and that shows a bit of strength, because that's over Arafan Dian, who is, I'd say, definitely the strongest guy in this class. And that is a really impressive rebound. Bruce Branch is obviously a very good two-way player. Here you can see some defense. He's matched up onto Beckham Black, and boy is that a good possession. His feet are so good, and he just sticks with him, and then he ends up tipping the ball, and it's easy. Beckham Black is no slack on offense. He's probably the best offensive player in next year's class. Another defensive possession. Here he's just going to blow up a set play. He's matched up on Tyron Stokes, and he fights through this screen from Jason Crow. He's maybe a bit late onto it, but he recovers, and that is a great lob from Caleb Holt, but maybe it's a bit short, but Bruce Branch gets a hand in there and stops Tyron Stokes from being able to finish. Overall with Branch, he could become an elite two-way wing. He's a shot creator, he's an excellent athlete, he's a high-level defender, he has some rebounding impact, and the BYU fit, Kevin Young continues to attract NBA-level talent, and Branch projects as a cornerstone piece alongside BYU's recent elite recruiting success.